Welcome to a new lessons of our grammar course. Today we are going to talk about passive voice. In this video we are going to go through the following outline. The first stage we are going to go through an introductions, answering the questions why we use passive voice. The second we are going to go through general forms and specific ones. Here we are going to tackle an easy or an illustrative table of examples that's gonna help us go through with this course in an easy way. And we will tackle, let's say, the same table but with different exercise in the practice number 1. Last but certainly not least is practice number 2. It's gonna take different forms and different, let's say, exercise. Let's start with an introduction. The first one, why we use passive voice. We use passive voice for 3 things. The first one is to avoid the responsibility of the doer or the agent. The second, when we want to focus more on the things done. And last, when the agent or the doer is unknown. The forms of passive voice. As I said before in introductions, we have 2 types of forms. We have general ones, which is verb to be plus verb past participle. And in verb to be, it's gonna take different forms. For example, if we have the present, it's gonna be am or are or is. And if it is in the past, it's gonna be was or were. Future will be. Verb ing, being. For example, I will tell you, I am playing football. So here I'm going to say the football is being played. So the main verb is playing, it's verb ing. So the form here of the verb to be is going to be being. To plus verb. Here, if we have any example of a modal, let's say I am going to. So I am going to open the door. The door is going to be opened by me. Last but certainly not least, past participle, been. Here let's move to the verb past participle. So we have 2 types of verb. We have regular ones and irregular ones. So regular, generally written verb plus ed, but in irregular I use the table 3, which is shown in picture. At this stage, I am going to give you an illustrative example to make it clear for you. Ahmed writes a letter. So if we are going to put numbers in this sentence, we will give Ahmed number 1, writes number 2, and a letter number 3. Here, it's gonna change to the following forms. So 3, it's gonna be at the beginning. We're going to put the form of passive voice, which is to be plus 2. The verb, it should be in past participle. And number 1. A letter is written by Ahmed. In this stage, we are going to tackle specific forms, which be based on the 3 forms with modals, with it, and with direct or indirect object. With modals, I will be given here 2 sentences. Hiba should buy a car. Hiba should have bought a car. We have first one, should plus verb infinitive, and second, should plus have plus bought. So in the first one we have the form is verb infinitive, but in second we have verb past participle as in the written one. So we are going to change it to the following, let's say, rules, and second in this one. So I'm going to give you 2 seconds. Please stop the video and try to give me the answer. So the first one, a car should be bought by Hiba. And second, a car should have been bought by Hiba. Here, the verb to be, it changed here, but here we have been. Let's move with it. So, people believe that Salim is very intelligent. I think you may have seen this kind of sentence. When we have form people believe that, or people said that, or people report that, any subject, it could be, let's say, people, Ahmed, she, he, anything with the verb plus that, it's gonna take only two forms. The first one, we have it, to be, plus verb plus participle plus that, and we keep this sentence as it is, like, it is believed that Salim is very intelligent. The second, we will have subject plus to be plus verb plus participle, but in the second one we will change the verb, for example, is into infinitive, which is to be. Salim is believed to be very intelligent. I think it's clear. Here, with direct or indirect object, we will have certainly two forms. Imran gave Ilyas a gift. Imran gave a gift to Ilyas. We will have maybe one of them, and we can answer it in two sentences. Both sentences are correct. You can choose one of them while you are writing. For example, in the first one, if we start with Ilyas, we say Ilyas was given a gift by Imran, or a gift was given to Ilyas by Imran. Let's move to the table of example. As I said, illustrative examples. So in simple present, in the active one, we don't have specific forms. That's why I keep it empty, but we can change it to the following forms, like Layla feeds an animal. An animal is fed by Layla. We added here is, because in feeds it's the present simple. Be careful. Here, whenever we have a subject in singular, we put is or am. For example, if I have the subject pronoun I am. But if we have a plural, we change it to are. So I would like you to pause this video and you can write and take this exercise in your copybook, because you are going to use them in the following exercises. Let's start to the one. I think it's similar to the first one, but at first try to focus on the verb, then try to make a change. So here we have opens. Question here, is it present simple or past or future? So it's present simple. That's why we say the door is opened by Tom. Tom is opening the door. So the main verb here we have opening. So as I said before, it's verb plus ing. That's why form of the verb to be in the following sentence, it's gonna be being. And here is auxiliary. It keeps the same form. We don't change it. But if we have the doors, it's gonna be right are. But here the door is singular. So we are going to keep it as it is, like is being opened. Tom has opened the door. Certainly it's the present perfect. So we say the main verb here is, let's say, past participle. We don't change it, but we only added been. Like the door has been opened by Tom. Tom opened the door. Opened, it's in the past. And I think we have two forms of the past, either was or were. Here, because the door is singular and it's, let's say, the third singular, we are going to put was opened. Tom was opening the door. So the door was being opened. Tom had opened the door. Here, the main verb, it's past participle. We don't change it and we only added been. The door had been opened by Tom. Tom will open the door. So, the door will be opened. It's in the future. The door will be opened by Tom. Tom is going to be opened the door. Here, the main verb you may notice it's to be. It's infinitive. And is going. I have some students who make mistake and they take going as the main verb, but this is a mistake. So is going, it's a modal. We keep it as it is and we added the infinitive one, which is to open. So here we see the door is going to be opened by Tom. In this following sentence, we have the future perfect. So the door will have been opened by Tom. You may be confused in the three sentences because it's based on questions. But let's say and understand these kind of questions. So is Tom opened the door? Which tense? It's the present continuous. So let's go back to here. Here we have present continuous and the auxiliary is the verb is. We are going to change it here and we keep the sentence as it is, like is the door being opened by Tom? Did Tom open the door? So I think you may find the auxiliary did. It exists in, let's say, past simple. Did Tom open the door? So let's go back to the past simple. So we have the door was opened. We are going to take the auxiliary was here and change it to the beginning. Like, was the door opened by Tom? Has Tom opened the door? What is the tense that we have has in the sentences above? Certainly it's here. And we are going to change has to the beginning of the sentence. It's gonna be has the door been opened by Tom? Let's move to quite a harder exercise than this one, which is exercise number 2. I would like you please to pause this video and answering these sentences one by one. As soon as you can finish, you can play the video again. The first sentence we have the garden has painted some trees. Before changing anything, focus on verb. Then try to say what is the tense of it and you can make a change. The gardener has planted some trees. That's good. It's the present perfect. We are going to put some trees at the beginning of the sentence and we will focus on is here because it's plural. That means the auxiliary has is gonna be changed. Let's say some trees have planted by the gardens in the following bar of answers. Some trees have been planted by the garden. It's clear. Move to the second. The Dr. Brown will give you some advice. Here we have specific forms. It's a direct and indirect object. Some of you may answer it in second, but I will accept it as true. Either we start with you or with advice. But as a teacher, I advise you to start from the beginning to avoid any changes. Whenever we have here in the beginning, we start it at first. So for example, if we have the beginning some advice like the doctor will give you some advice. Like Dr. Brown will give some advice to you. At the beginning it becomes some advice. We started some advice will be given to you by Dr. Brown. It's clear, I think. But here when we have you, we start with you and make it easier for you. What is interesting here is to get a good mark. So, and don't be even confused with these kind of sentences. So started first that comes directly with the verb. So we have, you will be given some advice by Dr. Brown. A famous designer will redecorate the hotel. This is easy. The hotel will be redecorated by a famous designer. Someone has broken the crystal vase. The same things. So I would like you just to focus on the first verb and make change easier. Crystal vase has been broken by someone. Number 5. They will advertise the product on television. Great. So the product will be advertised on television by them. So here we have subject pronoun. When we change it to the object, it becomes by them. Karima watched that film. That film was watched by Karima because watch is the past simple. Picasso painted that picture. Number 7, it's similar to number 6. So let's say that picture was painted by Picasso. Someone is helping her with housework. So the main verb is helping and object is her. When we change it to the subject, it becomes she. She is being helped with the housework by someone. A pickpocket robbed me. Here, similar things. It's me. It's an object. And when we change it, it changed to I. It's I was robbed by a pickpocket. Nice. My friend sent me an invitation. Number 10 is similar to number 2. So it's direct and indirect object. I advise you here to use, let's say, what comes first. It's me. And we say, I was sent an invitation by my friend. The farmer is building a new barn. Here we start with a new barn is being built by the farmer. They choose him as the best actor of the year. Him, it's the object. Just not to make confused between two things here, I advise you to be careful to put by. You can put it at first here or at the end. Both of them are correct. So we say he was chosen as the best actor of the year by them. Some of you may write he was chosen by them as the best actor of the year. Both of them are correct. Okay. So let's move to the following exercise. Here we have, let's say, 4 exercises with direct and indirect object. I advise you to get some improvement by practicing the whole type of sentences. You can here pause the video and play it as soon as you finished writing the whole exercise. So the first one we have, he gave me a present. If we start with I, we say I was given a present by him. A present was given to me by him. So we added only here 2. Be careful, we have some verbs that we added, like we have the verb by. We will discuss it. So in second, the waiter will bring us the bill. If we start with us and we change it to subject, it becomes we. So we will be brought the bill by the waiter. If we start the bill will be brought to us by the waiter. In the number 3, you will use a new preposition which is for. So her mother bought Maria some sweets. So Maria was bought some sweets by her mother. In second, we will start by some sweets. Some sweets, it's plural. Be careful, we are not going to keep was. We see were. Some sweets were bought for Maria by her mother. Because it's plural. We have S here. Number 4, Laura is going to send a letter to Tom. So we have first one, it's a letter. We start, a letter is going to be sent to Tom by Laurie. Second, Tom is going to be sent a letter by Laurie. Great. Make two new sentences in the passive with it. So I advise you here to make some, let's say, remember how we write the form of it. And as I said, we have two forms. Please pause the video and you can play it again as soon as you finished writing, let's say, the four sentences in two forms. So let's answer these exercises. People say that Tom Cruise is the richest movie star. So if we start with it, it's easy. We say, it is said that Tom Cruise is the richest movie star. But if we start with the subject, like Tom Cruise is said to be the richest movie star. The second one, they say that his books are still popular. It is said that his books are still popular. His books, we have S in the plural. His books are said to be still popular. They reported that this company offers a great job opportunity. Reported here, it's in the past, we have ed. We say it was reported that this company offers a great job opportunity. This company was reported to offer a great job opportunity. Number 4, people expect that the third bridge will be built in Rabat. It is expected that the third bridge will be built in Rabat. The verb that we are going to change here, it's the verb to be. We are going to change it to infinitive. The third bridge is expected to be built in Rabat. Last but certainly not least, we are going to tackle passive with modals. At this stage, I will be helping you recognize the modal by underline all of them. But please, I advise you to pause the video and answer the whole exercise, and you can play it again. Thank you. First one, you must leave the bathroom tidy. The object here is the bathroom. We say the bathroom must be left tidy by you. You should water this planet daily. This planet should be watered daily by you. Our neighbor ought to paint the garage. The garage ought to be painted by our neighbor. I have to return these books to the library. These books have to be returned to the library by me. Number 5, you must dry clean this shirt. So this shirt must be dry cleaned by you. Someone will pay you in 10 days. You will be paid in 10 days by someone. You can improve your health with more exercise. Your health can be improved with more exercise by you. She is going to clean the kitchen floor. The kitchen floor is going to be cleaned by her because we have she, it changed to her. At this stage, I would like to thank you for watching this video. And if you have any comment or any confusion, you can send me a feedback on the commentary below. Thank you so much.